This week's Extra Life on F5 Live Refreshing Technology is proudly powered by EXA. EXA brings the latest technology to gamers, offering the most immersive products for the ultimate gaming experience. They've compiled the best elements of cutting-edge ENC tech, the latest in Bluetooth 5.0 and 7.1 surround, plus extra features into their headsets so everyone can enjoy a sensational gaming experience. And they've got headsets for Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC. Plus, they won't break the bank. Learn more about the headsets that are available and any current promotions by going to f5live.tv/exa. Over the last couple years, Netflix has expanded from just video content into gaming. They started by doing interactive video content. There was Black Mirror Bandersnatch, and then they've gone well beyond that because that was a success. And even Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt has had these interactive videos. And then they got into Netflix games. When it first launched, it launched with 6 games, 2 of which were from a title of theirs, Stranger Things. Since then, the brand has expanded pretty significantly. There are dozens of games from a number of genres, all available to install onto your phone, whether you have iPhone or Android. They're completely free. It's similar to how the game subscription services work. Xbox Game Pass or Google Play something. That name has escaped me. Apple Arcade, where you get the game and you get the stuff in it. So you don't have to worry about, pay to play or pay to win. But they seem to have kind of stalled out. They've been doing a lot of licensing of external content. They've been bringing some studios on board, but they haven't been doing a whole lot of custom stuff. But that's about to change. They have hired Joseph Staten as the creative director for Netflix games. Staten has been a big name in the gaming industry, particularly on the Halo franchise. He started out as a writer. He has worked on both the Bungie and 343 Industries versions of Halo. So he actually survived the swap over from Bungie leaving Microsoft and going off and doing their own thing, and has been working on Halo under both brands. He obviously worked for Microsoft Studios as well. He's been a creative director. He's been all kinds of things. And with a focus on the storytelling and dialogue aspects of the games, he has been a game writer for a lot of his career. So definitely a good person to bring in as a creative director, somebody whose focus has been on the creative side, not necessarily the gameplay side, but on the creative side of things. It definitely shows that Netflix is serious about maintaining this division. We know Netflix, went through some financial trouble. Interestingly, in the midst of when people would have most likely been interacting with Netflix content, during COVID, but that's okay. Whatevs. Things happen. And they started knocking projects off, but Netflix games has not been one of those things. They definitely see this as a big part of their future. The gaming industry has continued to grow over the last couple of years pretty significantly. We've seen, the esports space grow, but mobile games have been a constant growth space. So Netflix definitely wants to be in this space, and I think this is a good hire for them to be able to play in that space, especially with the amount of intellectual property that Netflix has. Not just Stranger Things, though 2 of the initial titles were Stranger Things. They've got a lot of intellectual property under their belt that they could potentially do gaming or extended viewing content around, and make their content deeper.
What have you seen in terms of gaming on Netflix that you thought was good?
So I really liked the 8-bit Stranger Things game, which I guess shouldn't be a surprise for anybody. I'm a big Stranger Things fan, and I prefer old school games. Let's see. There is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game in there, and anything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles can be fun. Oh, I forgot the Exploding Kittens game. The digital version of the card game is available through Netflix Games. So, I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff available in here. Some stuff feels a little, rip-offy, right? They've got Into the Dead 2 Unleashed. Into the Dead, definitely a zombie game ripoff, right? But they've got a Tomb Raider game. So, they're not entirely messing around with nothing. I actually enjoy some of the games on here. Obviously, again, the Stranger Things. I've played around with the Tomb Raider thing. I actually do go in here and play these. I should probably start streaming this more though, which we did early on, but never, followed through on that. But yeah.
Yeah. So,
But there's a lot of clutter.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen anything that impressed me. I've seen a couple things that were fun. So there was one. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was called Cat Burglar or something, where you're like it looks like an old fashioned Looney Tunes cartoon, and
Okay.
you're this like cat that has to break in a museum and steal things, and you basically to keep going, you have to answer the trivia questions,
Okay.
and and you like if you win, you get another painting, and like you keep going till you fill your wall with all the paintings, and it's just like it's a trivia game, but it's like kind of fun because of the like if you get it right, then you see the cat do something, like, and if you get it wrong, you see the cat lose or whatever. Although it reminded me a lot of Dragon's Lair in the way that you do something and then you watch it, you answer a trivia question, then you don't control it, you watch a video
Okay.
clip for a few seconds and then you answer something else. But it was fun. I have had some fun playing like the trivia quest on there. But
I
I wouldn't
just
say it was like
I
great.
just discovered there's a Nailed It game. So I know where I'm going to lose some time to.
Yep.
Because the promo image is definitely a 3D version of Nicole and Jacques. So I'm definitely going to lose a little bit of time to this. Hopefully they did voicing in it. Even if it's just small things, that would be enough for me. So, but if they're able to do things like that, right? Which I think brings us back to our last topic even a little bit. Staying within content that they control, right? They've got a lot of interesting intellectual property that they could run through and off of, like Nailed It, like Stranger Things. Stranger Things 1984 was a surprisingly fun game. I wasn't actually expecting it. That was a fun game. And I think it's because they fully controlled the IP. And so they had access to the people who made it, right? They could go to the Duffer Brothers and say, what do we want to do here? How do we expand this? How do we, right? And if you have the people, if you have the content, if you control the ecosystem, you can expand a universe and make it a little more interactive. Interestingly, it's one of the things that was a concern when they expanded the Halo universe beyond Bungie and gave it to 343 was that it was going to lose its Halo-ness, right? because they weren't the people. It was outside of the control of the people who created it. But obviously that wasn't the case with Halo, quite the same way that, say, Call of Duty kind of went off the rails when the founders left. So, maybe with somebody who's able to steer the ship, we might start to see some more custom games in the universe of the Netflix IP. I think that could be fun. I don't know that Netflix games is ever going to be the thing that somebody signs up for Netflix for, but I think that there's enough interesting stuff. And again, there's a lot of clutter. There's a lot of nonsense. But, they're offering a fully featured Asphalt game. They're offering a Tomb Raider game. They've got Exploding Kittens. They do have things to make that category attractive to people today, and then if they can expand into their own thing, I think if they can make their own games instead of mostly licensing them from the outside, I think there's a possibility they can have some success here. That's my take on it. Mobile games are big. I've fallen into another one because I have time to waste, right? I should be out playing in a garden, but I'm racing Mario Kart, but chasing Pokemon. Oh my god, mobile games are destroying me. But it's fine. I think they can have success here. I think that's my takeaway. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of F5 Live Refreshing Technology. If you did, please subscribe to the channel down below, and of course hit the notification bell because we know that subscriptions don't mean much on YouTube anymore. If you've got topics that you'd like us to talk about in the future, please comment them down below. And if you'd like to not follow us on YouTube, there's lots of ways that you can follow along with our content by going to PLUGHITZLive.com/subscribe. There you'll see all of our shows and all of the ways that you can watch, listen, and follow along.